Hi guys, this is Victoria Windrum here, and I just wanted to do a little tutorial here on Microsoft PowerPoint and how you can use it to create graphics on create infographics, and to create quotes. I've used it to create recipes with graphics in the back. I've even used it to create posters. It's really a great tool. A lot of people just think you can make slideshows with it, and you can do that. It works really well for that. But it is actually so much more. I use it just about every day. I create graphics for my blog. Almost all the pictures that I use as backgrounds I get from Google Images. You can imagine how awkward it was to search this image on Google. So I'm going to go ahead and teach you how to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and open a new graphic, or a new page, blank document, double click on that. Now, Microsoft PowerPoint is something most Windows computers have already downloaded. It's usually a default program that's in there. So the first thing I do is I'm going to go into Design, and I'm going to go into Background Styles. I don't usually recommend clicking on any of these, because if you have more than one slide, say you have more than one slide here, you're creating a slideshow, you would not be able, if you clicked one of these, it would change all of your slides. Now, I like to have my slides customed and have everything different. So if you want to do that, go into Format Background. So you can do different things. I'll be working on this slide here. I could have it solid fill, use different colors there. Whatever color you want. You could have gradient and have different weird things there. What I usually like to do is I go into picture or texture fill. It has a bunch of default textures, but I go into insert from file and get a new picture, because I like pictures in my backgrounds. So I'm going to use, let's go for that one. Oh, maybe that one's not going to work. So sometimes if they don't work, it's not very good. Actually, this is a good example. So this is just your default sizing for the Microsoft PowerPoint. However, if you want to create something, I do this if I want to make a poster. Say I wanted to make this into a poster. So I would make it into the sizing for printer paper. So 8.5 by 11. And so that creates something. I still don't really like that background. I'm going to change that again. Pull it into something more interesting. Bubbles. I like bubbles. So I might apply, if you want to apply it to all, you could do it to that one. I'm just going to delete this one because I'm only going to use one today. So the first thing you do, if you wanted to have text on there, which you usually do if you're using it to create graphics, you usually want text. So here I might put my title, or oftentimes I'll put a quote. It could be anything. I've done everything from Dr. Seuss to Maya Angelou, all sorts of different things. You could also put your put the name of your event or whatever in there. I did a recipe card on here once, so it had the name of the recipe. And in here, it works the same way, only this text tends to be a little bit smaller because it's sort of like a body paragraph. Alright, but I'm not going to use that today. I'm just going to put that there, and I'm going to delete that. So obviously you can't really see this very well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over that box and until it comes up the little compass rose there. I'm going to double click that, and it's going to come up the drawing tools. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Shape Fill, and I usually recommend using black, white, or gray because that seems to be the easiest on the eye for people looking at this. So I'm going to use white for this one. Now, obviously, you can't see the words here, so I'm going to change the color of the words. Go to black. That looks good. I might make it bold. You can do different things. I might do different fonts here. All sorts of different things you can do. So now I'm going to go up to that drawing tools again, and I'm going to go, because it's really blunt, I'm going to go to Shape Effects, and I'm going to soften those edges. Because there's not much text, I could probably go down to 25 point, and that looks fine. But if you have a lot of text in there, in that box, I would just do 5 point, even less, but I think I'll do 25 point for this one. The other thing that I really love to do is I go into, I'd like to change the transparency. So I'll go into format styles, and into the format the shape, I will make it a little bit more transparent. So you can make it as transparent or as you want. I like it like that, and you can kind of still see the image through there. So it's really nice. It's kind of a cool tool you can use. So that's what it looks like there. So that looks really good. The other thing that I tend to do is I like to put images in there. So I'll find this image. I'll use this one. This is an image of us. You can't see it very well, but this isn't going to be perfect. This is a really cool image that I made on Clipping Magic. If you don't use that, you should. It's a really good program online. It just takes out the background of pictures, so you just have, if you have a selfie and somebody photobombed you in the back, you could take out that rude person in the back and just have your beautiful selfie. This is a picture of us. It was in our living room, so I took off the back, and it was just us now. It looks really cool. It's a really good tool to use, and it's free for if you want to do it once a day. You can do it once a day for free, or you could pay $8 for 100 Clipping Magic pictures a month. So that seemed pretty worth it to me, so that's what I bought. The other thing that I sometimes like to do is I like to put a border around my images. So I'm going to go into home. Oh, if you wanted to edit the image, you can also you can double click on the image and do different things here. You could do different picture effects. You could soften the edges of the picture, which might be kind of fun. Do different things there. You could change the shape of the picture, which is also kind of interesting. You could put it in the heart, which doesn't really work for the Clipping Magic picture, but you get the idea. So that works like that. So now what I'm going to do is sometimes I like to have a border around my stuff. So I'm going to use the rectangle here, and I'm going to take my rectangle, and I'm going to make a shape with it. Now obviously this rectangle is a little bit, it is full, and you can't see what's behind it. I'm going to make my rectangle just a little bit smaller, so it's nice and even. So obviously you can't see this, so I'm going to go ahead and double click on that and go into shape fill, and what I'm going to select actually is no fill. So that just leaves the border of it. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go shape outline, and I'm going to make it white so you can see it on this. You can make it whatever color you want. And then I'm going to go into weight, and I'm going to make it 6 so that you can see it nicely there. It looks really pretty, sort of. And so that's basically it. That's how I use it. Those are all the tools that I basically use for this one. The other thing that I like to do, what I'll usually do is I'll make a slideshow, and I'll go from the beginning. I don't know why that keeps coming up. Sorry, guys. So I like to do this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my little jing tool on the slideshow, and I'm going to say capture. Now you probably can't see that, but my spacebar, or my toolbar is coming up on the bottom here. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to move that toolbar over, so I don't have to worry about it. So I'm going to say capture, and I'm going to capture that image just like this. Capture image. Save it. Now if you don't use Jing, it's a really great tool. It's just a little application that you can download right off the internet. It can take screenshots, and I know some computers have that function now, but mine is old and it doesn't, so I love this. You can even take screen video, but it saves it to kind of a weird file. So I'm actually using Snagit to take a picture of, or to take this video. So I'm going to save that. Actually, you can't see that because it's outside of the video. So there you go. You can see that I'm saving that. Save. And I'll put in whatever file that I want. So I'll save. I'm not going to save that because I don't really want this picture. You can just X out of that. And there you go. So you can see my toolbar still there. So that's basically it. That's all there is really to it, to the Microsoft PowerPoint. I really love using this tool. I use it almost daily, and it really snazzes up your blog. It makes it so that, you know, images that people will look at, and it really, it just makes it stand out. I'll show you a few images here that I have done. So I've done some really fun, I've done some cute ones, I've done some funny ones. This is a picture of us on the beach in Ecuador on our trip about 2 years ago. And there's a nice little quote from Robert Louis Stevenson, and us, you know, my mom, my brother, and me walking down the beach. It's kind of a nice picture, and I've done lots of different things. I've done banners for our shop and for our Facebook pages. It just seems to work out really well. It's a great tool. So there you go, guys. I hope you got some value out of this. And let me know in the comments what you think. And if you have any questions, I'll answer them as best as I can. Talk soon, guys. Bye.